This panel is one of the questions that everyone is asking. How do you go about finding angel investors for your startup in Kansas City?
All right, so how do you go about getting angel investors? I hear all the time, this is how you pitch, this is how you write a plan, this is how you get into incubators, yada, 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 but it's like, how do you find the angels? How do you get into the room with them in the first place?
If you can put together different avenues to go together, like 1 Million Cups, a Kauffman Foundation, it's a great way to network. Now, nobody there really necessarily has any money, but it teaches you how to network. So it's like putting your training wheels on and getting your networking done there, and then you go out and meet different kinds of groups in the general public.
So the idea is 1 Million Cups is just one example of a million tools that you could be using to get out there. So having a lot of personal allies and connections that are at different strengths to you.
Well, angels can be, I mean, you have all the angel investment groups, but a doctor could be an angel investor, or an attorney could be an angel investor.
I've invested in
or a business guy could be an
companies.
angel investor. You've got all these different avenues that you can go, but it's about building that relationship. And I think an angel investment really is about, number one, making the connection. Number two, having the answers that the angel is looking for. And number three, build a relationship with them.
I think the third thing you said is probably the most important.
Can you get to number three without number one and two?
Not necessarily, but they all kind of go hand in hand. I've never invested my own money into anything unless I believed in the individual first.
It's like, so you're saying you have to have the right answers, you have to have a team. So what you're getting at is, this isn't a have an idea and go pitch to some panel of strangers and get money.
Well, you can try that if you want, but you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree with that.
That's kind of a, yeah, you got to have it thought out, and you got to have a plan, and because these people are pretty smart investors, so they want answers. You know, they're not just going to throw their money at anything.
Anytime an entrepreneur goes into a meeting with a potential investor that isn't looking at that investor to see if they're right for them, I think that they sell themselves short. And so it's just like anything. If you're interviewing for a job, you might go on some interviews that you don't think are going to work out, but you're going to go do it, you're going to practice, you're going to get better, you're going to kind of hone your pitch. And I think that you've got to do as many of those meetings as possible.
So you can be doing that with just anyone, even if it's your a friend or someone in your current network, and pitch them as if they are an investor, get used to it, and then at the end of the meeting, if you've sold them, they'll introduce you to somebody else.
Absolutely.
Then you go and do it over and over and over.
To me, it's like building any network that you could possibly think of, whether it's a network of friends, some sort of social network, whether it's online or in person, any sort of business network that you're building, you have to start somewhere, right? So my advice to some of my clients that are looking for money is to go and find or make a list of people that they know that have made money.
Something that we all kind of knew instinctually was how close we all are already in a network to some powerful and wealthy people. I think LinkedIn, it's really crazy when sometimes I look on it and there's some prolific investor that I'm only not connected to by only 1 or 2 people. So the first step would be to go to those first couple people, pitch them on why you're awesome, and just work up the chain until you get into the room with the right guys. And so it's just, I call it just meetings on meetings on meetings. It's just going to a lot of things, and you're going to have to set up these meetings assuming that 99% of them don't have money, but you're trying to use those meetings to find the people that do.
Another good way, because people ask me all the time, is to ask your vendors, right? Whether it's your lawyer, your accountant, the guy building your website, whatever the case might be, and say, hey, I really believe in this company and I'm looking to find other people that will also believe in it. Do you know anybody that might?
So it's all about figuring out ways to connect right with people and finding the right relationship so you fit together. And it takes a while to make that fit work.